riders and not. Today on the vlog is Royal Enfield HNTR 350. As you probably already noticed, I am riding it in London City. According to Royal Enfield, HNTR's rider's first ergonomics, revised rake angle and low center gravity have been designed to let the rider effortlessly maneuver the streets of the world's coolest neighborhoods. No wonder why they brought me and other journalists and vloggers to the streets of London City to try it.
If you have to choose a bike to ride in a very, very busy London traffic, I think it's one of the best I've ever ridden because it's very, very easy to control. It's so easy to handle. Like, you know, when you get on a new bike and you are not used to it and it's completely different from your motorcycle, like weight balance and sitting position, everything is different, but it just feels effortless to ride it. This is the one.
HNTR has a single-cylinder 4-stroke 349cc engine that delivers 20 horsepower at 6,100 RPMs and 19.9 Newton meters of torque at 4,000 RPMs. Riding in the heart of London on a busy day is not the same as riding country lanes. The least you want is to think about the bike or how to control it, especially if you are a novice, because you are constantly entertained by the dynamic traffic around you. I've been hit by the other vehicle twice, both times in London. You have to be constantly ready to throttle out, swerve or stop in this city traffic. HNTR didn't fail at any of this. We crossed London Centre filtering in a group, which makes it even more complicated, and everyone still arrived smiling. HNTR really fits into the niche of the affordable yet stylish and capable city bike. Up to 50 miles per hour we rode. I couldn't ask for more. Good price. Very good price. Economic fuel consumption, agile, responsive, sounds good, and looks awesome too. It will be interesting one day to try it on the faster and quieter roads, maybe to do a little road trip on it to check how versatile it could be. But in the environment where it belongs, Royal Enfield HNTR 350 fits perfectly.
You were on that red one, the very exclusive, the only red one. You actually let me choose.
I did.
And then I lost because
because you were wearing black and red, then I was like, oh, maybe she want the red one. But then I was like, I might just put my post in there.
But you know, like the grey one is cheaper.
I could tell. That's sort of why it suited you more. I thought, I'll take the expensive one.
I'm gonna cut this off anyway. How do you like a bike, except from the color, of course? How do you like the bike? What are your feelings and like emotions after riding 3 hours on it today?
It's beautiful. It's like being a little kid again, you know? It's like riding a 125. You're just so light and nippy, and yeah, you just, you know, feel like you're 16 running around the streets of London. It's awesome.
I am 1 meter 75 centimeters tall, and that is how I sit on bike. As you can see, I can firmly reach the ground. Overall, we spent today all day on the motorcycles, like on the bike that I'm not used to. No cramps in the wrist, only feel it in my bum. So I would probably change the seat to a custom or make it into a little more comfortable if I would ride more than 5 hours a day. Spending that long in the traffic, you definitely find out very quickly what is uncomfortable with a bike. For example, using a clutch constantly, you'll find out if it is too stiff for you or if it is too far for you and it's uncomfortable for you to reach it. HNTR I found very comfortable, and everything is in the right places, except as you can see, I do cover mirrors, not as much as you can see in the video because the camera is on the side of a helmet, but I do cover about 1/4 of the mirrors with my shoulders. However, it wasn't a problem at all. It was a lot more than I see on some other bikes. And it is enough to see the traffic behind you, the riders behind you, especially riding in the group. You do need mirrors to constantly see who is behind you and making sure that when you instantly stop, for example, that nobody will bump into you. So that was enough, but bear in mind, you do cover it, I do cover it, and my shoulders are not that broad. If you are male and if you go to the gym a lot, a broad shoulder male, then it will be more difficult for you. The bike is so nimble and narrow, as you can see when I sit. It's kind of like where my elbows are, the mirrors ends and the bars, so like you can feel the bike, don't feel intimidated at all. Filtering going in between cars, narrow gaps, it just feels great. And because it is so light, even if you have to stop quickly, which happened so many times today, kind of like the bike stops and moves, still you firmly stand, and because it is so light, it is very easy to handle and very easy to control it. This morning at the presentation, Royal Enfield said that this bike is designed for a young rider. It is designed for coming back rider, for a first-time rider who is upgrading from the first bike. This is why they made it so affordable and so easy to ride. And I really hope so that HNTR 350 will bring more new riders on the road and more motorcyclists and make people's dreams come true to start riding bikes and to become a biker. This combination of the analog and the digital, very beautiful, nicely designed, quite simple, shows your kilometers also as miles, so suitable for traveling. If you go from UK to Europe, then you know your kilometers, just great. Also shows you what gear are you in, the fuel gauge, how many miles you did, and says eco gear, which I have no idea what it means. Why it is eco? Maybe because the bike is very economical and consumes very little fuel. That might be another reason why this bike is called affordable bike for everyone, especially who will decide to commute on it. The controls are very easy to reach, even with my little hands, as you can see. also easy to change and visible here on the dash. One thing that I don't like, and it was like annoying me, absolutely, I'll show you. Can you see here? So I understand why it is designed like this, because the dash is here, it's all visible and it's kind of in the right position, and then the key is next to it, but the key is not in the middle. This circle is not in the middle, and if you look like when you're riding, it's only slightly off. I just felt like this is kind of not the right way. It has to be in the middle of this. That is one thing that I didn't like at all in the design of a bike. Overall, I think it's a very beautiful bike. I think it's so nicely designed for the price that it is. It is definitely eye-catching and definitely looks more expensive than what you pay for. The bike is made for 2 people and has a passenger seat which is quite good size. Roll down. Also has pegs here. Let's see how it feels. Yes. Yeah, feels alright. You're not sitting too high and your legs are not on your ears, so it doesn't feel too cramped. You just sit like this, holding like this. I'm just scared I'm gonna roll back because nobody's sitting here and it's a lightweight bike. But it feels okay. For 2 people, definitely thoughtful, because sometimes the passenger seat is so tiny, nobody could fit on it. So having it thoughtfully big enough for somebody to sit on and very good position of the pegs is great for 2 people riding with your spouse, taking your child. Brilliant. I was surprised how nice, settled and deep it sounds, and actually thrilling, and with a character, the character that fits the look of a bike. That is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Overall, I'm definitely impressed. I would like to ride the bike like this for a little bit more and take it country lanes, because it's hard to judge it when we didn't do any more than 50 miles per hour today in the city traffic. I told you how does it feel in the environment that it is designed for. But I believe that it is definitely fun to ride the bike like this in the country lanes and twisty A roads, and take even on the gravel, because light bike like this definitely lets you to control it better when you get not on the perfect road conditions. And if you have to ride it off the tarmac, I am absolutely sure if I would take it back to Lithuania and would go on the gravel roads, countryside, I would definitely enjoy it. I really hope so that in the future I will have this opportunity to ride the bike for more than a day, and not in the group ride and not in the traffic, just to properly feel it and see the top speed and tell you guys more about it. Today, this is it. it's time for me to go home. It's been a very long day, very good day. Thank you so much, Royal Enfield, for inviting me, and thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.